Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know. Chelsea, you just uploaded a book haul that was ridiculously huge with almost the exact same thumbnail. I know. I did, didn't I? Do I have an excuse for this? No. Okay, well, I went to a book festival, which totally justified me buying books there and books for it. That's my only excuse. I have some review books to show you guys, some pre-orders that I finally got in, books from the Barnes & Noble sale that happened last month that I took advantage of many times, and just books that I got in general, because that's all that I do in my life now. That's literally all I spend my money on, apparently. So let's get into it because this is gonna be a long one. But first off, let's get into books that I got during the Barnes & Noble sale because that ended like a week or two ago, so I need to show you what I got because yes, I did place one more order. I know that I did this in my last video, but I did another. I only got 3 this time because I couldn't justify buying more, but yeah, I did it again. I placed how many orders with this stupid sale? Anyway, the 3 books that I got from that are What to Say Next by Julie Buxbaum. I mainly got this because of Murphy. I will leave her channel linked down below. I recently discovered her channel and for some reason she's like my new favorite booktuber and I can't stop watching her, but all she does is talk about this book. So I wanted to get it. That's why. I also picked up a copy of The Rattled Bones by S.M. Parker. This has been a book that has been intriguing me since it got released. I don't even know when this came out. Last year, I think. The cover, I just can't handle how pretty it is. I like green, and it just sounds really dark and disturbing. I think it takes place on an island of like seafaring people, and there's something really haunting. I'm pretty sure it's kind of a siren. I really don't know. I kind of want to not know much other than I read the synopsis back when it came out, said I want to read that, forgot about it, then bought it during the sale. In case you guys are wondering what sale I'm talking about, for like pretty much almost the entire month of February, Barnes & Noble had all or almost all of their teen books on sale for 3 for $30. So I was buying in increments of 3, but last order I bought 6 and they sent 1 separate. This order I bought 3 and sent 1 separate. So this is my separate one. And that is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. This is a book that I've had my eye on since it came out and I am still hearing nothing but amazing stuff about this. It's a contemporary about, I believe, a boy who I think is bi, but I think ends up falling in love with his like writing partner, who is a boy. But I've just heard nothing but amazing things about it. It's a beautiful cover. I had to have it. It was in the sale, so I bought it. That's the end of that story. I also randomly picked up a book called Nameless by Jennifer Jenkins. I don't even know how I found this. I was just kind of browsing the internet for books because that's what I do in my spare time. This is the first book in what says is a 2-book fantasy series, but I'm pretty sure a 3rd book just came out. I think this is a much older release. I got this off of like a used dealer on the Amazon Marketplace for like $1 or something, but I don't really know. I think it follows 4 clans: Kodiak, Raven, Wolf, and Ram. That's all I really know about it. I like clan rivalry type stories and like star-crossed lovers between them, and I think this has something to do with kind of probably shape-shifting maybe, but I like the idea of the different animals represented, and they've got cool covers, so I bought the first one. I don't know. Then I was browsing Bookstagram. Like I said, this is how I get into the issues, because with my spare time, I'm either reading or I'm browsing book stuff. But I saw somebody featured this book. Let me pull it out real quick because I want to look at it. This is called The Fandom by Anna Day, and this is, I believe, only a UK book, which means I had to place a book depository order, which means I had to buy more than 1 book, because hello, you gotta do that. But this, I believe, is going to fit right into the niche that I love in books right now. It follows nerdy geekdom stuff, so I believe these are following friends who are at Comic-Con who get catapulted into their actual fandom, like into the world of the fandom that they follow. So that sounds awesome because not only am I getting my like geeky goodness and like super nerd appeal, which I love in books right now, but I'm also getting kind of like a cool fantasy adventure story. And look at the spine. That's an awesome spine. It's got like a rope going down it. Either way, this looked amazing. I had to have it, which means I had to also buy other books from Book Depository. So let's get into those. So I finally got a copy of Almost Midnight by Rainbow Rowell, and this is the cutest little tiny book. Let me hold it up to a normal size book real quick. So here's Autobiography. This is a normal standard YA teen book. It's not one of the tall ones, it's just a normal size. And then look at this little tiny book. It's so little. It's adorable. I just love it and I want to put it in my pocket forever. But anyway, these are the only stories of Rainbow Rowell that I don't have, and I adore Rainbow Rowell, so I need to have them. But this is just 2 short stories that she wrote. Midnights, I believe she released for an anthology, I want to say. I'm not positive. And what is the other one? The other one is Why I Wanted It. Kindred Spirits is the other book that she has in here. And that is the story that she released, I believe, for World Book Day last year, where it's just following a like very short time span of people waiting in line to see the newest Star Wars movie and just like fans coming together. I've wanted to read it since it came out, but I just couldn't get my hands on a copy of it because it kind of got released in limited quantity for World Book Day. But now it is in this adorable little tiny pocket-sized edition to add to my Rainbow Rowell shelf. And along with those 2 books, I picked up 2 books that my friend Erin from Ireland has recommended to me that are kind of only available in the UK or that I just haven't heard about over here. The first one being a book that we totally can bond over, but that is The Taste of Blue Light, and this is by Lydia Ruffles. This follows synesthesia words. Basically, it's a weird phenomenon where your senses kind of like converge, where like certain words to some people always look certain colors, or when they hear a number, it's associated with a smell to them. It's fascinating. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. I'll write it down in the description down there so you guys cannot struggle through my horrible pronunciation of it, because I know it's bad. But I pretty much read any book that I can get my hands on about it, and this is yet another one that Erin recommended to me. So I picked it up. And she also recommended A Shiver of Snow and Sky by Lisa Ludecki? I have no idea. But this is a fantasy story that kind of follows the mythology of the Aurora Borealis, which is fascinating to me. So it follows the people who live on a frozen island where they believe that the northern lights kind of speak to them. It's like the goddess telling them whether she's happy or not. So green means all is well, blue means a snowstorm's on its way, and red is a warning. On the night that our main character was born, the sky was red. And along with that came a huge plague that wiped out most of her village. So jump ahead 17 years to the present, and the sky is red again. So this just sounds awesome. I love that. It sounds amazing. I can't wait to read this and let you guys know what I think of it. Moving into some review books, I got a package from Source Books, and this is an arc of The Dark Beneath the Light, and this is by Amalinda Berube. No clue on that. This comes out in August and it sounds so good. Main tagline of this is what grabbed me, and it's Black Swan meets paranormal activity. So we're following a dancer who gave up dancing ever since her parents split up and her life just kind of went into turmoil, but she's also losing time. So things just start happening around her. She's forgetting things are breaking around her. So this kind of calls on an exorcism. It just sounds so dark and so perfect for me. I'm so excited for this. So this is releasing in August, so I will definitely be reading it and letting you guys know what I think of it prior to its release date, so you can probably get your hands on it. But this just sounds so good, so thank you so much, Sourcebooks, for sending this to me. And then an author got in touch with me and asked if I would review his books, and I said yes. Basically, he pitched his books as Akamath fan fiction, and we all know where this is going. I said yes, because I am trash for anything ACOTAR or Akamath. So he sent me these 2. So his first book is The Rise of Titanium by Zachary James, so thank you, Zach. And an arc of the sequel to it, which is called The Reign of Queens. So I am so excited to get to this. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I can't wait to read these. Pretty much anything that's gonna give me Akamath vibes, I'm gonna love it, so thank you. And I also have my uppercase box because I don't think that I unboxed this on camera technically, so this is just gonna be lumped into this haul. But I got a copy of The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross. I believe I talked about this in my February releases video. So if you're interested about the synopsis of this, it will be linked down below. This book is so beautiful. I just can't handle it. I'm so excited to read this. I'm probably gonna buddy read this with a bunch of people soon, and I'm so ready for it. Then also from that February releases video, you all know that I was getting The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. Again, synopsis for this will be down below, but this is blurbed as Practical Magic meets Hocus Pocus. That's all I gotta say about this. I'm so excited to get to it. Also, I didn't realize that the first printings come looking like this underneath, and it's just so pretty. I'm so excited that I got like a first printing of it because they're so cute. I love it. I love this. And it's like holographic. Oh, it's so great. I also got my copy of Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. and I'm so excited that I got this. If you guys watched my Nova Teen Book Festival vlog, I was so glad that I pre-ordered this and got this prior to going to it because now it is signed to me and I'm so dang excited for it, and I got to meet her and it was great. So basically I placed this order and I also ended up ordering a couple other books because I found out that I was going to this festival, so I needed to get some books of the authors that were going to be there so I could bring them with me to get them signed. So I also got a copy of To Kill a Kingdom by Alexander Christo, and this just sounds so good. I believe I talked about this in the releases video also, so again, synopsis for this will be in that video. It's beautiful, the end pages are all gold and shiny, and now it's signed to me and I'm so excited. And the last book that got released on the same day as those was also another one for the festival that I was going to, and that is Ink Mistress by Audrey Coldhurst, who was amazing, and this one is signed as well, so I'm very thankful for that, and I'm so glad I got to meet her. I just read A Fire and Stars, which I'll be reviewing soon. I loved it, so I had to buy this, and I'm so excited to read it. I'm just so ready for this. I believe this is a prequel to that, and it's following a demigod who is bisexual. That's all I know. And then while I was there, I knew I was going to pick up some books, and I picked up The Apocalypse of Alina Mendoza, and this is by Sean David Hutchinson. He was just awesome. I bought this just from listening to him talk in general, but this is following Alina Mendoza, who is the first scientifically proven product of a virgin birth. So there's that. But it just sounds like a wild ride. It kind of sounds reminiscent of like maybe an Andrew Smith book where just weird things happen, at the end of the world is coming, there are superpowers that happen, and talking My Little Ponies, and everything that I need out of a book. And he was awesome and signed my book for me, so I of course had to buy it while I was there. And the last book that I'm going to talk about is The Wicker King by Kay Ancrum, which I also picked up while I was at the festival. I pretty much picked this up because of course I was there so I could get it signed by her, but also I'm going to do a flip through real quick. This is following a boy who starts to suffer from very realistic hallucinations and doesn't realize it, so it's unreliable narration, which I adore. I love that in a story. But the book itself gets darker and darker as he starts to descend into his madness, and I think that this is the coolest thing ever. So I cannot wait to read this. I'm so excited. It's coming real soon because I think this is going to be a really quick read because it's pretty short and it gets very chaotic towards the end as far as words on the page. So those are all of the books that I got since the last haul, which was not that long ago. It was like maybe a week ago. I know. I would say that I'm going to slow down and I'm going to tell my future self to stop buying books because you don't need more books, but is that going to happen? Probably not. So that is it for this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you guys got any of these books and you've read any of them, let me know. I'm so excited for Children of Blood and Bone, like you don't even know. Everybody I know is reading it and I'm starting a buddy read for it, I think tomorrow. Whenever this video is going up, I probably will be currently reading it, and I'm so ready for it. So if any of you have read that, let me know what you think of it. And that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna go read, and I'll see you in the next one.